Courtney was miserable. Her ridiculously wet diapers had been sagging behind her the duration of her trip, and were beginning to feel quite cold and clammy against her skin. The only concession she had been given was that her diapers no longer alerted her that she had crapped herself when she sat down. The pool she fell in must have shorted out the device. She stopped, resting briefly. She hadn't been able to find anything as of yet. All she had seen was a continuing series of tunnels in every direction, no exits, slides, or anything. I might as well just find my way out of here, she thought. This is a waste of time. She crawled forward again, coming to a T-intersection. She looked departed, and was surprised to see the tube slope downward in a slide. To the right was also a slide. Just her luck. Which one to take? Ultimately, she chose the left. Sitting down, she pushed off with both hands, going nowhere briefly as the wet diapers gripped the plastic tube. With another push she was on her way, hopefully leading out of this place. She frowned as she saw something ahead in the tube. She was soon through it, and found herself wearing something that looked like soft plastic underwear. She could tell it wasn't a diaper, although it fastened on like one. By the end of the slide, she had gained 6 more diapers, and 3 more of the mysterious pink garments. She came out of the slide into a pair of plastic panties, and found herself falling. At least it felt like it. She opened her eyes, finding herself suspended above a huge webbing below her. Below that she saw Melanie, who appeared to be sleeping in a pit full of diapers. Courtney tried pushing up, feeling something draw tight around her. She fell to the net, landing, but bouncing back up. She finally came to rest, finding herself wearing a thickly padded jumper that was transparent around her waist to showcase her diapers. She stood up, finding her bladder and bowel control null and void. She stared straight ahead as she began to use her diapers once again, the feeling all too familiar now. She finished peeing, and began to sit down as a stream of diarrhea exploded into her diapers. This lasted a while, and was quite unwelcome and unexpected. She could feel the old diapers give way, and begin to leak into the new diapers she was wearing. Courtney rolled over, changing back up. She waddled toward the slide she had just come out of, but it was too far above her to jump back up to. She couldn't climb, her feet were too thickly padded to gain any purchase. She reached down with a padded hand to try and shift her diapers around. Her hand found nothing but the padded sleeper, and the many diapers she was wearing. She couldn't grip them to move anything around. She sat down, resting her amply padded rear on the webbed floor. She frowned as she heard a muffled noise from below her waist. This was followed by 3 more in quick succession. She leaned backwards to look down to see what was going on. She stood back up to get a better view and her diapers fell apart. She cringed as the legs in her sleeper began to fill up rapidly. Finally it was done, and her legs were almost completely covered in her own mess. She could feel it standing all the way up to her thighs. She could still see she was wearing at least 1 diaper, but the point was moot by now. Courtney gingerly sat down, everything in her sleeper shifting around in a horrible, squishy manner. She bowed her head and began to sob to herself to sleep.